Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to be a Houstonian. And I'm proud to be a Texan. And so with great pride and anticipation, I introduce to you your Houston Texans.
Yep, and they got it wrong. Got the name wrong. I don't know too many Houstonians or people, native Texans that are tied to Houston that, if I pull for a Texas team, it's going to be the Houston team. I don't know too many of them that were happy about that name unveiling and that are happy about it to this day. There's nothing ballsy about it. There's nothing, tough about it. And then as far as like trying to tie in the identity of the city, which is what they all try to do, doesn't always go great. Dolphins. I mean, you want to talk about not intimidating or tough. And then it's the whole, like, I live in the water, I live on land. So even though all of this shit's hypothetical, there's still that disconnect where like 90% of the other teams are going to live and thrive and, exist on land. What's the comp here when we meet up? Where the Buffalo plays the Dolphin twice a season. How are those guys? How are they locking horns? How are they settling it? Sonar? Oh no. So that's not the greatest thing, but at least they've got some kind of identity of the city, Miami, tied in. Hey, Atlantic Ocean, dolphins, tuna, you name it, ceviche, getting warm. We got one. So it makes sense. But Texans, I mean, nothing cool about it. And then, like the whole Alabama University, we're the Crimson Tide, but our mascot's an elephant and all of this stupid shit. We're the Texans, but we're a bull. And our mascot's Toro, and everything about us is bull first with the little bull face that's actually not that bad, although they just, they got the colors wrong, just like the shades of them. Too boring navy, too almost bright enough to be cool red, but not quite. It's like, that sound effect when they unveiled it. Because all those people are jumping up and down, going nuts, but they're just happy to have a team. They could have named them the frickin' Houston Barbecue Pits, and they would have been going frickin' nuts. Just going absolutely ape shit. Here's what I'm saying. What the hell is a Texan? Well, the fat bitch at the DPS that hates her job and hates you too? The hillbilly son of a bitch somewhere outside of Livingston cooking meth in a trailer somewhere? I don't want to be any of those damn people. I hate that crap. We're all Texans. Texans represents all of us. Nobody's going to covet that. That's why symbolism works with sports teams. We can covet something that seems cool. The idea of it is strong. The idea of it is cool. The idea of the, fat Indian son of a bitch that I buy my Big Red from 3 days a week. Nothing about him impresses me. I don't want my team to be based around him. The bull is cool. So you got Bayou City Bulls. And I don't want to hear the whole, well, technically you'd be doing yourself a disservice branding and marketing wise because, well, it's a Houston team and you don't have Houston anywhere in your name. Hey, dipshit, how's it working for the Golden State Warriors? At least 5 decades of success, and they're not even using a well-known nickname of their city. They're using a well-known nickname of their state, and it happens to be the biggest, most populated state in America. Good luck finding where they're from. You go look and you find out, well, they play in Oakland, but they're just as well claimed by San Francisco. Equally understood they belong to both, but they're separated by a bay. So good luck figuring that one out. Yet it hasn't hurt them at all. Bayou City sounds cool as hell. The whole history with the Bayou Ways in Houston, a lot of historians say that it's the veins of the city. And then you got a bull. Use the same font as the historic Chicago Bulls. The most recognized and beloved NBA dynasty of all time. It's how Americans' brains work. Oh, that's so cool, man. I know I've seen that somewhere before. No shit. You saw it half of your childhood when Michael Jordan was dominating everybody. And it works. That's how it works, and it would work. And it's way better than the Texans. We're all Texans. This team represents all Texans. All Texans in all shapes and sizes. Even the crazy bitch in the suburbs of the Southwest fucking barely gets her kids to school alive. I don't want my team to be based around her. Let's stick with the bull, man. Let's cut the shit and let's go front and center with it. We're the Bulls. And come talk to me if you want help. I have time. I would love to be involved in something like that. Again, I love the city. But you gotta nix the Texan stuff, man. I'm not the only one. I'm one of about 3.5 million in a city population of 5. Population of 5 million. So let's do the right thing, huh? They're not the only ones, though. I mean, you got the Ravens.
Unfortunately, he sustained a serious injury to his drumstick, and we will find a replacement. We're going to go to work on that right away. We're going to turn over every stone, scour everywhere.
Led out by Ravens mascots Edgar and Allen, here come the Ravens! He's had a long road to recovery since his drumstick injury in August, but he couldn't miss Sunday Night Football. Let's welcome back our favorite mascot, Oh!
Again, there's kind of a disconnect if you're going to do the bird, animal that lives in the air and we don't, and how are they really going to fight? And Zach, you're getting way too, analytical here, but seriously, yes, you've got that land versus air disconnect, but at least it's not like some weak, pussy-looking bird, like a cardinal. These humongous, almost belong in a circus. These men are so big and fast compared to normal men, and they run into each other full speed, and they're known for being tough. And we're going to name the ones that play in this town, we're going to name them the Cardinals. That sucks. At least the Ravens has some kind of dark, ferocity to it, for whatever reason. But when you find out that the team's named after, it's an homage to Edgar Allan Poe, the frickin' poet, because I guess his most beloved and successful poem was The Raven. You find all that out. It's documented. The little mascots are named after him, right? That's weak as shit. I mean, who's getting rah-rah like if you're from Baltimore, right? And that gets brought up, like, yeah, you can't be proud of that. What are you going to say? Are you kidding me? It's one of the greatest American poets of all time. It's like, what do you got? A freaking, hardback collection of American poets and sonnets? Categorize which ones are your favorites and who wrote them? Nobody gives a shit about poems, especially not football guys. And then, on top of your team being named after a poet, essentially, you find out this poet was a wormy, weaselly-looking, 120-pound, white, freaky-ass pedophile psychopath. And I'm not freaking joking on the pedophile.
Moving to Richmond, Poe faced a devastating crisis. Maria Clem wrote him of plans to have his cousin Virginia, then 12 years old, live with another relative.
My love, my own sweetest sissy, my darling little wifey, Think well before you break the heart of your cousin Eddie.
The next month, Poe and Virginia were married. He was 26, she not yet 13. To avoid scandal, the marriage document was falsified, listing her age as 21.
Pedophile. Incest champion. I'm going to marry my prepubescent, almost pubescent, what's the difference? Doesn't matter. Gross. First cousin. We're not doing third. We're not doing George Costanza that one season in Seinfeld. Nope. First cousin. A lot of blood. Bloody. A lot of blood. First cousin. And I'm going to obsess over her marriage. By the way, it's not just that she's, almost pubescent. This guy, he's almost 30. So it's like, I've almost got life figured out, right or wrong. You don't know jack shit about life and haven't even come under your own physically. I'm obsessed with you. I forced you into marriage. We've lied about your age. I can't stay sober to save my life. I hate humanity. I'm writing poems about it. They're dark. I'm a psychopath. Let's name a team after him. It was only 1809 when the guy was born, I believe, so he was doing all this shit in the early 1800s. What was pedophilia? What was pedophilia? We're talking 1800s. They already had automobiles and shit. We're not talking sometime before Jesus Christ when, you almost had to screw your kids, according to some documents, to keep your family alive because humans could barely even stay alive. Talking about the 1800s. You named your team after him. That sucks. Not a fan of that. I don't care that they already have the history of the multiple Super Bowls and the historic players. They got great uniforms and colors, all that. Historical American city, doesn't matter. Tough, one of the deadliest, blackest cities in America. Their football team, their champion football team, is named after a gangly, tiny, ugly, little white pervert poet. We're the Ravens. We like to get sacks. We like to get touchdowns. We like to rhyme about pain and intrapersonal suffering and tragic love for our minor family members. You got to be kidding me. It's a horrible name. It ruins the whole thing. You could dance around and make up all these dances that even the freaking coach does. Great coach, great family. My God, that guy shows his nuttiness when he starts doing some of that shit, though. And I'm not even, I'm not crazy on that. That's real. Hey, man, we're poets. We're tough. Hey, man, when we, get rubbed the wrong way in life, we can articulate it on paper and share it with our family members and feel one with our suffering brothers and sisters, dude. We're going to kick your ass on November 17th. Go Ravens! I tell you, and that's another one you'd probably expect me to lump in with these weak-ass or dumb-ass team names. Probably be the Cleveland Browns. Wrong-o. Try again, fucko. No chance. Cleveland Browns are one of the best. Uniform-wise, my friends will tell you this, number one in the entire NFL. You want to talk about some sharp uniforms. And God, dog, do they work for the NFL. But no, the Browns are great. And I know what you're thinking. You started out thinking a team name should symbolize toughness and ferocity, and this is a color. For those a little more well-researched, this is a dog. Neither one fit in the bill, I get it. Raising my hand, know what you're thinking, but this just works. Especially because for most of us, it is just the color. That color is perfect for football. First of all, it's the color of a football. Duh. Second of all, that's not a cute color. That is not a light color. That is not a, passionate color. It's the color of shit. Literally, the exact, this, they didn't choose some faded, pastelish brown, almost purple. This is shit brown on purpose. Got to know it. And I got to give kudos to them, to the owners of the franchise. They put the time together, the money together. We're going to give the city of Cleveland a pro football team. And oh, by the way, just to prove to us that you love it, we're going to make you wear all brown. Most everybody's going to hate it. You're probably going to hate it. And you're just going to have to wear it. And they've had decades to change it, lost the team for a while, even got it back, stuck with it. It's never going anywhere. It's perfect for football, especially the player aspect of it. I don't want to line up against my opponent. I don't want to line up at the line of scrimmage against my opponent, looking him in the eyes, waiting to make contact, baby. Wearing some stupid Chargers lightning bolt, right? Like I just got my face painted. I'm 7 years old at the county fair. And powder, weak-ass, pussy, robin's egg blue. Not cutting it for me. There's nothing football, physical, brutal about that. I want to line up other side of the line of scrimmage, across the line of scrimmage, looking dead at my opponent like, yep, that's right. Nope, you didn't get dinged too hard on that last play and you're seeing shit. I'm coming through crystal clear, high definition, pal. I'm wearing shit brown. Your eyes aren't lying to you, pal. I'm wearing shit brown. With an awesome little hue of pumpkin orange. Now they threw some light black piping around the stripes, and that's all you get. And I'm about to cram all of it down your throat. Best damn NFL uniforms in the NFL. Fits the game, color of the ball, color of shit. Because we're this tackle football, we're about to get into some shit for 3+ hours. Why not represent it? Like, I know what I am. You're wearing all that fancy, pretty blue. We're about to be smacking into each other like Neanderthals for the next 3.5 hours. You're not fooling anybody. That's why we showed up in shit brown. We know what we are. We're brutes. We're knock-around guys who happen to have the sharpest uniforms in the NFL.
To what extent he was troubled by the fact that he married his first cousin, I don't know.